Sci-fi and space games are preparing for a big year, with new titles focused on futuristic worlds, advanced technology, and large-scale exploration. These upcoming games aim to deliver immersive adventures across distant planets, deep space environments, and massive sci-fi settings. Let's get into it. Aphelion takes place on the frozen planet Persephone after a crash separates astronauts Arion and Thomas during a scientific mission. The game uses third-person action gameplay with climbing, grappling, sliding, and stealth sections against a hostile alien creature. Arion crosses dangerous terrain with survival tools while searching for Thomas, who survives through investigation and observation after being injured. Shifting environments, deadly weather, and strange reality-altering events create constant danger during the mission.
Whatever happened, we're gonna finish this mission.
Listen, I don't care what you were doing back on Earth, shooting hobos in tracksuits or sweating.
Level 0 Extraction uses asymmetrical PvPvE gameplay, where players enter dangerous exclusion zones as mercenaries searching for loot and extraction points. The game includes first-person shooting, survival horror mechanics, and multiplayer combat against mutants, turrets, rival players, and alien creatures. Mercenaries use weapons, gadgets, UV lights, traps, and special perks during raids, while alien players hunt humans through stealth abilities, ventilation systems, EMP attacks, and evolving mutations that change their combat style. Subnautica 2 puts players on a new alien planet where survival depends on crafting tools, building underwater bases, and managing resources across dangerous ocean biomes. The game supports solo play and 4-player co-op while using submarines and upgradable equipment to travel deeper into unknown areas filled with strange creatures and massive leviathans. Players scan wildlife, collect materials, and investigate why a colony ship AI continues its mission after the arrival operation fails near the planet.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it is.
It's in the sky, a giant cube.
The Cube uses multiplayer RPG shooter gameplay inside a giant levitating structure with rotating rows and shifting environments. Players fight through different biomes filled with enemies, bosses, and dangerous encounters while taking part in quests and cooperative or PvP combat. The Cube contains a mysterious equation capable of changing the laws of reality, creating unpredictable conditions during missions. Players interact with various characters while progressing through a large online world built around combat, exploration, and survival against constant threats.
Actually, Nessa, what if the cube didn't appear but revealed itself? What if it was always there and we've only just started to see it?
The Last Night uses cinematic platformer gameplay inside a post-cyberpunk city where players control Charlie, a man struggling with an AI-driven society. The game combines 2D and 3D movement across 4 districts filled with crowds, drones, and interactive characters. Players move through stealth encounters, gunplay situations, and real-time dialogue sequences where conversations can change depending on actions and choices. Handcrafted pixel visuals, dynamic sound design, and free movement through the city shape the gameplay and story progression. Pax Autocratica combines colony simulation, base building, and roguelite first-person shooter gameplay inside a sci-fi dictatorship. Players manage citizens through laws, propaganda, surveillance, healthcare, and resource systems while expanding an industrial colony with automated production and research upgrades. Outside the colony, players lead squads into tactical battles against rival factions, using infantry, tanks, and mechs. Expeditions contain changing roguelite buffs, resource gathering, recruitment systems, and class progression that strengthen both the colony and military forces over time.
Leader wants us to do what today? That's insane! Inspired! Truly inspired!
Supreme Experiment uses first-person action gameplay in a world where humans live above toxic clouds while intelligent machines control the surface below. Players descend from the Spire cities to investigate why the machines stopped supplying resources to humanity. The game includes combat, environmental investigation, terminal hacking, and exploration through ruined areas controlled by machine societies. A hacked neural implant allows access to a parallel dimension connected through hidden QR codes, revealing additional locations, secrets, and information about humanity's past and the machine-controlled world.
A new species, trying to survive, fighting for scraps, searching for truth. An abandoned, poisoned wasteland, crawling with creatures beyond imagination. Down here, humans don't belong. For those who left the city, it's a one-way ticket. They go for a reason. This evolution of the machines was not random. There's something vast behind it. And it's coming for everyone, not just the machines. The people in the cities don't know it yet, but soon they will.
I'm Mike Booth from Bad Robot Games, and game director of 4Loop. As a game designer, a core goal of mine has always...
4Loop uses cooperative third-person shooter gameplay where 4 survivors fight against an alien invasion that transformed most humans into glass. Players enter dynamic missions with changing environments, enemy encounters, and mission objectives, while using advanced weapons and special machines during combat. The game includes roguelike progression, where failed attempts unlock new gear and deeper mission access. Players can also reprint fallen teammates during missions while battling robots, mutated creatures, and a giant alien mothership positioned above Earth.
Different mission with its own risks, rewards, and surprises. Everyone votes to choose the next mission. Once you've chosen a node on the probability map, your team will teleport into the mission. You may have to collect mission-critical resources, or even rescue survivors that can offer cool upgrades from your gear, all while trying to avoid the alien forces constantly sending drop pods and kill bots to stop you. We've worked hard to ensure that there are tons of items to choose from, and a lot of strange creatures and mysterious things to encounter. For example, this weird alien plant is called a blink root, where you can collect a blink berry, which will teleport anyone who touches it to a random, distant location. All the various enemies, weapons, items, and mission objectives are all designed to interact with each other in dynamic ways that create emergent gameplay and endless, replayable chaos. That means your decisions really matter, and creativity and improvisation are key. We really want players to try things and think outside the box, like hacking an alien terminal to provide intel to the rest of the team, or being bombarded by killbot drop pods, or barely escaping with your life. And if you do die, don't worry. So long as one of you makes it back to home base, you'll be reprinted and ready to try again. The home base is a place for your team to readjust their strategy, evolve your loadout, and choose rewards from an increasing array of powerful gear and upgrades. Each act of the probability map culminates in one of multiple boss battles. This is the Scanner Boss, a huge geologic surveyor that scans for flux deposits to harvest. Its scan fields are very lethal, creating a dynamic obstacle course of lasers to avoid while attempting to destroy the boss itself. Because the scanner's body rotates like a 3D puzzle, you want to spread out and attack it from all sides. All, of course, while avoiding the slow-moving, lethal laser grids. Our goal here is to create something new, where every run has you yelling and laughing and saying, "I can't believe that just happened." We're currently in pre-beta, so there's still plenty of polish to come, and we need players like you to join us in upcoming playtests. Your feedback will be invaluable in helping us make this game truly great. We can't wait for you to play it for yourselves. Now, go and fail to save the world.
Mars Tactics combines large-scale strategy management with turn-based tactical battles during a war between the Capital Army and labor revolutionaries on Mars. Players manage bases, supply chains, research, troop movement, diplomacy, and planetary operations while controlling squads in battles with destructible environments, vehicles, artillery, and airstrikes. Soldiers develop traits and skills based on battlefield actions, while cybernetic upgrades, resource management, and faction-specific systems change how each side operates during the conflict across the planet.
Mechanicus 2, every battle on Hecateus.
Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus 2 combines turn-based tactical combat with strategic territory management during a conflict between the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Necron legions. Players command one of two factions with different combat styles, units, and abilities while fighting across missions with environmental destruction and cover mechanics. The game includes regional control, resource management, garrison systems, squad customization, and leader upgrades. Multiple campaigns and narrative events allow player decisions to influence battles, faction progression, and the outcome of the war.
And foe alike. To fuel Scavola's unstable cognition engine, recruit servitors, who generate data through their programmed sacrifice trait, and electro priests, whose machine right trait provides a steady flow of cognition each turn. Within the Mechanicus tech tree, upgrades like preparatory data meditations and cognition banks expand Scavola's resource control, starting missions charged and preserving vital data between them. Meanwhile, granting servitors the Rush upgrade ensures her constructs can reach the front lines early to begin generating cognition. In the Reliquary, Scavola herself can be augmented. Combine upgrades like Unstable Overload and Master of Xenrite technology to weaponize her own instability while shielding nearby units. Further expand the build with Unstable Power Field, allowing her melee strikes to unleash instability directly, and Teleportation Matrix for quick escapes. Alternatively, Scavola can be turned into a frontline menace. Acquiring the Eradication Ray, Temporal Copia skill, and Nanophage Manipulation allows her to devastate enemies and inflict damage over time, before consuming inflicted debuffs to recover her HP as needed. Ominek is one of Nefeshar's first deployable lords, a versatile commander who excels at reanimation and dominion generation, while commanding a diverse array of Necron units. Central to all of his builds is the Master trait, acquired in the Lord's Chamber, which generates Dominion each time a Necron reanimates. Unlike the Mechanicus, Necron leaders recruit units from their own personal upgradable cores rather than a shared roster. For Ominek, unlocking a Technomancer and upgrading them with rites of reanimation is an incredibly strong synergy, resulting in reanimated units near the Technomancer being given a powerful buff to their armor. Each Lord can be further customized with relics and command protocols. The right pairing of these unlocks an extra bonus called Dynastic Resonance, in this case, the Eternal Revenant, which lets Ominek skip his own reanimation timer entirely, reviving instantly when defeated. Most relics and command protocols are unlocked by awakening the Necron tech tree. Here you'll also find Immortal Servitude, a pivotal upgrade for Ominek's Resurrection build, allowing Necron units to rise twice instead of once. Alternatively, you can focus Ominek on rapidly generating and sustaining Dominion to unleash the most powerful relics and command protocols available, like the Royal Touch, which instantly executes a target, and if it's your own unit, Ominek is healed and gains a surge of Dominion in return. Two leaders, one a Master of Cognition, the other of Dominion, each offering a different path to victory for their faction.
Glaciered is an underwater action RPG gameplay on a frozen future Earth, where life survives beneath massive layers of ice. Players control a tuai, a species descended from birds, while fighting enemies that threaten the Everwinter ecosystem. Combat combines melee attacks, ranged abilities, and powers linked to heat and cold manipulation. Players customize builds through passive skills and special abilities while swimming through underwater environments filled with bioluminescent creatures, frozen landscapes, and massive evolved predators living beneath the glaciers. GRAFT uses survival horror RPG gameplay inside a massive decaying space station called the Ark. Players fight hostile creatures, manage limited resources, and investigate dangerous areas filled with forgotten technology, labyrinths, and techno-catacombs while searching for escape. The game includes a transformation system where body parts and abilities are taken from defeated enemies to gain new powers. Each graft also affects memories, impulses, and character identity, while player decisions influence relationships, survival, and story progression throughout the station.
from Voidling Bound's development team. We're happy to showcase for you today a first look at our most creative and intriguing.
Voidling Bound uses third-person shooter combat, where players control creatures called Voidlings during battles against corrupted enemies and large bosses across different planets. Combat includes shooting, melee attacks, dodging, parrying, dashing, and ultimate abilities, while each Voidling can evolve through branching upgrade paths that change abilities, appearance, and combat style. Players hatch eggs, breed creatures, assign attribute points, collect genes, and craft stronger Voidlings with unique mutations. Missions, arenas, and abyss challenges reward resources used for upgrades, research, and customization.
Can now be customized individually from all the body parts acquired in your species' evolution tree. Always wanted to craft a Gillick with a draconic tail and say a cryofin? Not a problem anymore. And for the big finale, abilities and perks is where you really get to customize your gameplay experience beyond just looks. From this view, I can handpick through all the different variations of my Voidling's abilities, creating new synergies and playstyle for your Voidling. I can also change the elemental alignment of each abilities individually, dual-wielding elements for encounters against multiple enemy factions. Last but not least, you get to decide from up to 3 mutated perks from all your Voidlings. Mutated perks are interchangeable across species. Best give an example. Let's start with my plain mutated Quippic. Fire Hose will give me insane fire rate. Combine this with Frenzy for crazy movement speed. Terrapin's Reservoir should trigger quite often. Gillick's Burnout Burst should be a fun addition. And my Quippic is now a running explosive critter. The possibilities are endless. And that's exactly what we want. Thank you all for being with us. We're gonna leave you today with just one more thing.
Detected.
In a world where
Forever Skies uses first-person survival gameplay on a ruined Earth covered by toxic dust after an ecological disaster. Players build, expand, and control a high-tech airship that works as a mobile base, laboratory, and workshop while traveling through abandoned structures above the surface. The game includes scavenging, crafting, scientific research, resource management, and co-op support for up to 4 players. Players also descend below the dust to investigate dangerous environments, evolved creatures, and viral pathogens connected to a mysterious illness.
fall. Seriously, it's a long way down. Together, we rise. A well-oiled, perfectly synchronized team, more or less. Beneath the dust, some things were never meant to be found. Or were they? Yeah, let's pretend we didn't see that. The cure is out there. And one day, we might just fill our lungs with fresh air again.
So then...
Dune Awakening uses open-world survival RPG gameplay on the desert planet Arrakis, where players manage heat, hydration, sandworms, and resource gathering while traveling across dangerous regions. The game includes base building, crafting, vehicle creation, melee and ranged combat, and multiplayer systems with guilds and large shared areas. Players can build ornithopters, craft equipment like still suits, and learn abilities connected to the Bene Gesserit and other factions. Story missions investigate the disappearance of the Fremen while exploring cities, caves, and desert landscapes across Arrakis.
A terrible crash. Who are you?
You've heard the expression, the spice must flow. I am the man who ensures that it continues to do so.
I dreamed of you. Burst in fire, twin comets in the sky, the seer of lies. I am terrified of what happens when you awaken.
We've all lost our way. You can complete the mission.
Every person carries their past with them. Who are you?
My name is Chao, and I'm the creative director at Full Metal Bagel Games, and of our upcoming game, Hell Express.
Hell Express uses cooperative isometric extraction shooter gameplay where players work as armed delivery agents traveling between the living world and Limbo. Players complete dangerous delivery missions, fight enemies during tactical raids, gather resources, and extract valuable loot while managing survival risks. The game supports solo play and 4-player co-op with different characters that have unique abilities and personal motivations. Players can customize weapons, upgrade gear and vehicles, and travel through Limbo using an armed transport vehicle called the Hell Trekker.
You to stop by. Throughout this year, we plan to share even more news and development updates, and we'll even invite you all to join us for playtests as we continue development. Thank you.
Light of Motiram is a third-person open-world survival crafting gameplay in a post-apocalyptic setting where tribal societies exist alongside advanced mechanical technology. Players tame, upgrade, and ride large robotic creatures called Mechanimals while managing survival systems like hunger and temperature across different biomes. The game includes physics-based building, cooperative multiplayer, and action combat built around dodging, parrying, and using mechanical companions during battles. Cross-platform support is planned across console, PC, and mobile versions, with shared multiplayer functionality.
Wake up. I call you forth, the fourth breath I grant you, to live in this world which spirals against time. We are with you always, as long as the world shall live.
May fortune find you.
dream where a god that blessed brought destruction. So why can't human beings kill God?